The title of my presentation is a method for removing shadows from photos taken with a drone and stitching the photos together. ID 30067. First introduction. Viticulture in Japan follows a unique practice where grapevines are cultivated along trellises positioned above the vines. As illustrated in Figure 1, you can observe a vineyard with branches, or cordons, extending outward from the main trunk of the grapevines. These cordons are supported by a trellis system that stands approximately 2 meters above the ground. In order to produce the most flavorful grapes and manage nutrients effectively, it is crucial to monitor the number of shoots emerging from these cordons. However, assessing the growth of cordons from ground level can be quite challenging. To overcome this obstacle, we have explored the use of drone technology, enabling us to inspect the condition of the cordons from an aerial perspective. In this study, we utilized aerial photographs captured by drones to analyze the characteristics of grapevines. Figures 2 and 3 depict photographs taken from an altitude of approximately 10 meters above the vines in a vineyard. It's important to note that the image in Figure 3 is offset by about 2 meters from the center of the area shown in Figure 2. As highlighted by the orange boxes in both figures, the lower half of Figure 2 and the upper half of Figure 3 represent the same area. Now, let me draw your attention to the yellow arrow in Figure 2, which points to a cordon. The gray-white lines connected to the cordon are called arms, and the brown line is another branch. The black lines on the ground represent shadows cast by the vine. However, due to varying photographic angles, the appearance of cordon shadows differs between the two images. For instance, the blue arrows in Figures 2 and 3 point to the same feature, but the shadows within the red circles differ in distance between the cordon and its shadow. This discrepancy makes it challenging to combine the images using conventional image stitching methods. The primary objective of our study was to develop a method that accurately stitches cordons at the edges of adjacent images. In this presentation, we will discuss the innovative stitching process we devised to address the issue of disjointed cordons in aerial photographs. During our investigation, we discovered that when images are combined using photographs taken from slightly different locations, the cordons in the resulting image appear cut off or disjointed. For instance, Figure 4 demonstrates the outcome of combining Figures 2 and 3 using a projective transformation with a scale invariant feature transform, SIFT, descriptor. As indicated by the red box in Figure 4, the stitching of these two images causes the cordons and other features to appear disjointed. To understand the root cause of these disjointed areas, we employed the SIFT algorithm to generate key points and descriptors. There are numerous methods for extracting feature values. SIFT features are local, based on the appearance of the object at particular points of interest, and they are invariant to image scale and rotation. Additionally, the SIFT algorithm has a high recognition rate for feature points in regions with significant color shifts in the peripheral area, making it particularly well suited for stitching together aerial images of orchards obtained in this study. Figure 5 presents an image obtained by applying the SIFT algorithm to the central part of Figure 3. The circles in Figure 5 indicate SIFT key points and descriptors, with the circle radius representing the feature scale. Upon examining the SIFT key points in Figure 4, we found that many of the identified key points were associated with features above the cordons. Moreover, several circles were also related to shadows, some of which were even larger than those associated with cordons and arms. This implies that shadows are also treated as features for image combination, just like cordons. Therefore, it is crucial to implement corrections that negate the effect of shadows when combining images of cordons. Various studies have been conducted to correct distortions in terrain in aerial images, primarily focusing on buildings standing on the ground. However, cordons are not attached to the ground. Ortho images created from aerial photographs using GPS require reference points on the ground for correction. The floating nature of cordons makes it difficult to set reference points without including shadows, resulting in significant image distortion. Consequently, conventional methods are not suitable for analyzing floating cordons. When cordons and their shadows overlap each other during the image stitching process, distortion is exacerbated. To address this issue, we've developed a method that disregards the effect of cordon shadows, stitching the photos together in a way that only the cordons overlap each other. Figure 6 provides a general overview of an image stitching procedure that relies on feature points extracted from images for combination purposes. Figure 7, on the other hand, demonstrates our proposed method. In this approach, we first segment out the cordons from IMG1 and IMG2, generating SEG1 and SEG2 images that contain only cordons. Next, we apply the feature points for cordons extracted from SEG1 and SEG2 to IMG1 and IMG2 for the image stitching process. This innovative method effectively eliminates the impact of cordon shadows on image stitching, ensuring seamless stitching of cordons at the edges of the images. In order to address the issue of misaligned cordons at the edges of aerial photographs, we have developed an aerial photograph correction system. This alignment process can be broken down into 3 crucial steps. Step 1. We begin by removing non-vine elements from the aerial photos, creating images that display only the silhouettes of cordons. Step 2. Next, we extract feature points from these cordon silhouettes. Step 3. Finally, we apply projective transformation to the aerial photos, utilizing the extracted feature points, and stitch the images together seamlessly. Through this systematic process, we effectively correct the misaligned cordons and achieve a more accurate representation of the aerial photographs. By employing these 3 steps, we successfully generated images that display only the silhouettes of the cordons. To eliminate non-vine elements, we conducted semantic segmentation using SegNet, a deep convolutional encoder-decoder architecture specifically designed for image segmentation. We trained the network on a dataset of 4,000 cordon images and utilized a network that had undergone 100,000 training iterations for segmentation. The segmentation results can be observed in Figure 8, where the reddish-brown regions depicted represent the cordon silhouettes. We extracted feature points and descriptors from the silhouette images utilizing the SIFT algorithm. As demonstrated in Figure 8, you can see the SIFT feature points and descriptors acquired within the same region as shown in Figure 5. Finally, we calculated a projection transformation matrix using the feature points extracted from the silhouette image, which allowed us to merge the aerial photographs. By utilizing the projection transformation function from the OpenCV library, we successfully stitched the images together, relying on the degree of matching between the feature points. And the figure 9 is image produced using the photographs shown in figures 1 and 2 stitched together using the proposed method. This section is show about the experiments and considerations. We demonstrate the effectiveness of our proposed method. We compared the synthetic precision of the traditional approach, which involves stitching images after extracting feature points from aerial images, to our method that extracts feature points and stitches images using cordon silhouettes. Figure 9 presents one of our experimental results. As you can see, the region enclosed in Figure 4 appears to be seamlessly connected. Notably, in Figure 4, the upper red box highlights a misalignment spanning 4 or more cordon widths, while the lower red box points out a misalignment of 3 cordon widths. However, these imperfections are entirely rectified in Figure 9. This table displays the measurement results. When using the conventional method, 53 out of 60 cordons were disjointed at the edges of images. In contrast, our proposed method resulted in only one disjointed cordon. In the conventional method, one cordon was disjointed by a distance equal to twice the thickness of the original cordon. However, with our proposed method, the cordon was disjointed by a distance of nearly 1 cordon thickness. Compared to the conventional method, our proposed method significantly improved synthetic precision. Utilizing the proposed method, only one cordon was imperfectly stitched. We believe that the reason for this discontinuity along the cordon was that too little of the cordon area was shared between the two original images being stitched together. Based on our experimental results, the method we developed for recognizing cordons from aerial images and extracting feature points based on shared features proved to be effective in seamlessly connecting cordons. In conclusion, our innovative approach to address the challenge of disjointed cordons in aerial image stitching has shown promising results. By focusing on extracting feature points from cordon silhouettes, we have been able to significantly improve the synthetic precision of the stitching process. As we continue to refine and expand our method, we anticipate that it will have a profound impact on the viticulture industry, streamlining the monitoring of grapevines and ultimately contributing to the production of higher quality grapes. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to any questions or further discussions on this groundbreaking research.